feature presentation.
What is up? What is up? What is up, everyone? Everyone, everyone. First off, let me say Merry Christmas to each and every last one of you. Or as the Temptations would say, Merry Christmas to all of you. So, from James H. Glover Studios, we want you all to know that we pray that you all have enjoyed your Christmas thus far. And we wanted to present you all with a little something, something on tonight. And what we wanted to do is give you a throwback episode that has been a powerful episode, that is a fan favorite. And to be honest, it's one of our favorites too. It is when we got to interview the Miss Shakira. So you all. Look, this young lady has been on the show many times, and this is just one of the interviews that we did with her. And we are excited about you all watching it. So pray that you all enjoyed it, and we will see y'all very soon. Peace. We'll talk Monday. Let's go, let's go, let's go. You all. And I'm excited. I'm excited tonight because y'all, we literally got a family member up in the building with us tonight. Like legit, if you've been walking with Reverend JC3 Ministries for a minute, since we've been doing these social media thing, this girl right here is no stranger to you. Me and her go back like peanut butter and jelly. Me and her go back like Cadillacs and two flat tires. Like that's how I be on. Like y'all don't understand when I say me and her, we can go months or years, about a year without talking to each other. But it's like the minute we start talking again, it's like the chemistry is right back to where it ain't never left. So you all, I'm talking about none other than the model, the pageant winner, the YouTube sensation, the so many things the dog mom, Miss Shakira. So ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, as our countdown plays, I want you to like, I want you to share, I want you to tag, and I want y'all to tell everybody and tell somebody that y'all's favorite show is on. All right. And if you ain't subscribed to our YouTube channel yet, no way. I ain't even fooling with y'all tonight. Let's hello, superstar. What is up?
Thank you for having me on here again. I think this is what my second or my third time being on your
This
show.
is your third. This is
Third.
round three for
Okay.
you. Like you fam. I told you backstage, you know what it is between me and you. Like
Yeah.
we tight like that. They might as well call us a Terrence and Roxy. Asia, Terrence and Roxy, because we tight like that.
Okay. Well, definitely.
So what I want you to do right now, for the ones that's been living under a rock
Mhm.
and don't know who you are,
Okay.
I want you to tell them a little bit about you. So I'm gonna give you the spotlight right now.
Okay. Far as my adult life, a lot of people started to engage with me a little bit more and start to know me as someone who was going to school for broadcasting at WKU. And that was my era when I was doing the Shakira Speaks podcast, where I was interviewing a lot of people in my hometown and other people from other areas on live. I would also go live for an hour and 2 hours and just talk about topics that a lot of people think was a little touchy. People thought was a little, sensitive, conversations, especially lingering over to the Black community that we tend to sweep under the rug. So that was like in my 2019 through 2021 era. And I'm currently just traveling. People who follow me, even though I took time away from college, they see that I do travel. I make videos of me just traveling across USA, and I'm planning on pretty much just kind of like doing like the van life or the RV life, where I'm just traveling and living outside of a van that I created myself, as far as like decking it out myself and stuff, and just traveling. So
That's for
I'm a
sure.
child free advocate too. Black woman, I'm really big on child free and mental health advocacy. So
That's for sure. So we got to get into this conversation at this time. Like we've been gone for what, about 2 years without doing it, so it's about time we have this conversation.
yeah,
I think social media is ready for us again.
okay.
So tonight we got a couple of different things we're gonna touch on. First one we're gonna start off with is dating an entrepreneur. What should you do, or how should you date them? Because in all honesty, when you are dating an entrepreneur, it ain't for the faint at heart. Because let's just keep it real. We don't just have that regular 9 to 5 work hours. Our work hours can be endless. Like literally, I'm doing a 9 to 5 plus I'm an entrepreneur. So it's like as soon as I get off of my 9 to 5, 9 times out of 10, I'm spending a couple to 3 hours working on my brand, trying to build my brand. But at the end, I know it's gonna pay off. So for me, like I thank God that the woman that I have understands that. I thank God that like the woman that I'm gonna have understands that, because she's gonna have to understand like, yo, look, even though I know like he's got his own thing going on right now,
Mhm.
I understand that like he's doing this for us. So let me let you hit it off. I told you how I feel about it. Like it's not for the faint at heart. You have to like have like a different mindset. So how you feel about it? How should a person date an entrepreneur?
Um, for starters, I would have to say you need to have both of you guys need to have. I don't know what people believe in, but I would say God in
Mm,
in the center.
bingo.
God would definitely have to be in the center. And then I would also say to follow behind that a lot of self love. If you did the self inner work and self examination about yourself, where you don't lack too much of being insecure, and that was going to be my third one, was insecurities too as well, because again, I feel like if you love yourself enough to where there is no insecurity, well, I know we're going to have a little bit of insecurities here and there, we're human, but if you built yourself up to a point where you know who you are, and if someone chooses to do whatever, rather it's outside of their entrepreneurship, um, to move on. So it's really just the basic foundations of, I feel like, what people would need to have before they move forward with someone that is dealing with a lifestyle where it do consume most of their time. And again, I don't think, I think a lot of people will probably piggyback off of that and say, it depends on the particular profession, but I kind of disagree with that. I feel like a job's a job, a career is career. I think the thing that makes a difference of that is, are you doing something you love to do? Are you doing something that you are just good at, but it's paying the bills? It's not your happiness. Because you can have a job you're good at, but this is not what you want to do. Or are you doing a job just because it's just a job that was willing to hire you during this economy, and you're just hoping for your hit of what you want to do? And I say that because you could have a job like, for example, A lot of people will think this question will go towards someone that's in the sex field, and I don't believe in it. I feel like people can have a secret life, a double life. They could make mistakes or cheat, lust in any career, any job. A person working at McDonald's flipping a burger could do it. They don't have to be someone that's a stripper. It doesn't have to be someone that's a model, or somebody that is more linger into a lustful job field. It could be someone that just has a regular 9 to 5, a doctor, a dentist, a teacher. So again, it begins with y'all's relationship with God together and the understanding of who God is and what He can do, and then the self respect with each other and your self love, and y'all having that understanding.
I totally agree with that. Like, I like what you said there. You gotta have God at the center because without Him, you ain't gonna make it. Like, you setting yourself up for failure. If you don't have God, count it a loss. Let's wrap it up. Y'all gonna be single forever because like y'all not gonna make it. Because for me, even with what I do, like yes, with what I do as far as the interviews and stuff like that, I run into beautiful people all the time.
Mm.
So my woman would have to understand that, you know what, bet. Okay, I understand that like yes, he has to communicate with them because of what he does. But I gotta also understand I trust my man enough to where I know he ain't gonna step out of. I know he knows what he has at home. So you gotta have that like self awareness of like, okay, yes, she's pretty, but she's not me. It ain't that you're hating, but it's like I know what I bring to the table.
Right, and that's when I was saying, insecurities, where you are with yourself. Like when you date somebody that you feel like, regardless of what job they have, but if they are dealing with people of the opposite sex, and then you feel like you know what they usually like or what they're attracted to, the question is when you see yourself or you catch yourself in a box where you're having them thoughts, you need to be questioning. Okay, for one, if this person never gave you a reason to be having these thoughts, it's something that's within yourself. Because you could be dating somebody and literally be doing everything they want you to do or doing everything you feel is flourishing the relationship, and yet still something is always a problem. And sometimes it's just not you. I know that we could be the problem in relationships or whatever. We're not no saint, but sometimes we're not the problem. Sometimes it is the person that you're dealing with that has those personal self issues that they have to work on themselves. And it's really no point in even dating if you haven't did the self work, because a lot of people feel like I don't care about my ex or I'm over my last divorce. So then they, jump into the dating field, which nothing's wrong with that. But I just personally feel like people don't really deep dive into self work, really deep diving into hobbies, looking into what they love to do. Because hobbies, believe it or not, hobbies will literally, I feel from my experience, and I've seen it, that it will really show you a lot about yourself. Even going out and trying things that you felt you would never do, or, going to make a list of things I want to do that I'm scared of. That's a fear factor for me. Let me go out and try this. It will really teach you a lot about self. And, you just got to do the self work and the self healing. Take time to yourself. I have to throw that in there. Take time to yourself, because, being alone will also teach you a lot too about yourself too as well. So therefore, when you do have somebody and they are doing what they're supposed to be doing, you wouldn't be having these thoughts that they're, cheating or anything.
I agree with that 100%. I definitely do. So let's jump into this other conversation real quick. Do birds of a feather flock together? Because I'm gonna let you kick it off with that because you came up with this topic. I'm gonna let you kick us off with that because I have my theory on it, but I'm gonna let you come up with that one.
Okay. I can speak from experience, but I'm going to speak off the stuff I've seen too. Because me personally, I believe birds of a feather flock together to a certain degree. I believe that you can still engage with people. You can still be cool with people, even from family, friends, exes or whatever, you can still communicate with people and be there for people, but you don't have to be around them like that. Like I have people in my life that I can honestly say I love to death. They know that if it really came down to it, I would be there for them, and I know it would be the same. But they know not to call me up to do this, and that, and third, because I have people that has been in my life from my past life, and I'm not going to say that I just cold turkey cut them off, but we do have an understanding like, okay, it's Christmas, Merry Christmas. We talk, small talk. I tell them what I'm doing. They tell me what they're doing. We're going about our business. There's still love there. I don't feel like you have to cut ties with people that their season done ended and y'all have to be on bad terms or y'all cannot have no type of mutual conversation. So just because, people grow apart or, life moves forward, I don't necessarily mean it's like we flock together because again, I could call up somebody that I used to hang out with back in the day and they live in a certain lifestyle that they know I would never do. I might just want to have some lunch just for us to talk because I can talk to this person about a particular conversation that I want to have with them. Again, people might see us out and be like, well, you seen them two together last week, so that means such and such doing this. That's not necessarily true. Just because you see me out with someone and they live or they're out doing something doesn't necessarily mean that I'm doing it. And people like to, be in church, especially church people. It's like they want to, I feel like when it comes to that topic, a lot of religious people look down upon that quote. And it's like Jesus, he lived for that. That's what he did. He worked with the strippers. He even used homeless people and prostitutes
Come
to
on.
deliver messages. He sat down with them. I mean, I don't judge, but I judge, but I don't judge, but I don't look like I don't act like I'm above anybody, rather they was from my past or not. So to a certain degree, that birds of a feather flock together, but I still believe that you could have people from your past and still have a great relationship and love for them from a distance and still talk to them too as well. You don't have to be necessarily doing what they're doing.
I agree with that 1,100% because, in all honesty, when you look at the scripture and you look at what Jesus did, Jesus's biggest problems came from some of the ones that was inside of the church.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that was inside of the church, the scribes, the Pharisees, the ones that knew the law and knew what was supposed to be done, were some of the main ones that gave Jesus the biggest headache. The ones that accepted him was the ones that the scribes and the Pharisees and the church had wrote off.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. If we supposed to have the mindset of Jesus,
Mm-hmm.
if we supposed to have that heart of Jesus, what I'm saying is ministry has to go outside of the four walls of the church
Right.
because the biggest problem now that the church has, in my opinion, is we have that I got mine, they better get theirs mindset.
Mm-hmm.
Failing to realize that somebody had to come get you when you was out doing your dirt.
Sure. Sure.
So it's like we got to have that mindset of, you know what? That's why ending 2024, coming into 2025, my mindset as far as ministry, as far as this side of ministry goes, my online side of ministry, it is ministry by any means necessary.
Okay. Okay.
Like there's gonna be some things that I do, conversations that I have on these shows that people are gonna look at and be like, "What is he doing?" What I try to do with this is touch the ones that would not to step foot inside of a church, but they're gonna click on this live video and they're gonna hear something about God,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe something can be said or done that is a help to them along their way. That can show them like, "Yo, okay, finally somebody gets it." We gotta have that mindset of helping others, extending out an olive branch, extending out a helping hand to our brother or sister. We gotta do that. That's the only way that this church and we are gonna get better. Now, I'm not saying do everything that the world is doing, but what I am saying is you gotta go out there and kind of try to reach out to them and try to show them like, yo, we listen, but we not judging.
Right. And we all have people in our life that, some won't admit it, but we all have people in our life, especially family and friends and old friends, whoever, that do things that we don't agree with. And I'm pretty sure we do stuff that other people
They
that love.
don't agree with.
And I feel like that's the importance of setting boundaries and actually standing on those boundaries. Because again, I know for a fact, speaking for myself, and I've seen it just with other people around me too, as well, as far as coworkers and everything like that, that I do have people that I will reach out to for holidays, or if I check on them to see if they need anything, and they do the same to me. But will it ever be the way that it could be? No, because again, they might do something. They know that I don't. I'm on a whole different life path.
Yeah.
So there's boundaries that is created for them to still even have some type of access to me. So that's the importance of, setting boundaries, not only for the people that are in your immediate circle, but for people that you feel like, well, we can't have it the way it used to be, but there's no hatred there. So we still can communicate. And
I agree with that one. I agree with that 1,000,000%. So now I want to finish these last 10 minutes
okay.
on because it's been a while since you've been on here.
Okay.
So what I want to do is first off, I want you to tell us a little bit about what you've been up to, and
Okay.
then after we do that, we're gonna play a little bit of a game called this or that. I'm
Okay.
gonna make you think. I promise you by the at one point in that game of this or that, I promise you I'm gonna stomp you. I promise you I'm gonna stomp you.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
all right. So tell us a little bit about what you've been up to.
Um, Earlier when I was speaking on how I was going to Western and I left off being a junior, currently up to date, close to dabbling back into finishing this book that a lot of people was asking me about. I had kind of wrote a book called Scapegoat, but I'm thinking about not only having it just as a hard copy. I want to do some like acting, like far as talking it out and putting it on Spotify for people who don't like to just physically read hard copies. So it's also going to be in a version where you can go on Spotify and listen to it, and it's going to be in like chapters. I think it's going to be more interesting for people who like to listen to radio, or people who did like to listen to me on my podcast. So I am working on trying to get the book out there because a lot of people's been asking about that. But outside of that, I just been traveling. Like I said, I just really just been traveling. I thought to use this time to take a break and just to travel. I've been meeting new people. I've been getting, some opportunities with people that I've been meeting along the lines of traveling, and getting ideas too as well, far as not only just traveling, but there's something under my sleeve far as me bringing my podcast back, and I'm not going to get too deep into that, but I do have something up my sleeve far as me putting my Shakira Speaks on a different platform, to where not on Facebook anymore, but on a different platform to where I'm getting paid. So that's under the works too as well.
Well, it's okay. We're gonna talk backstage because I got an opportunity for you that I think you might like.
Okay.
We'll talk backstage. So now we about to play a little game of this or that.
Okay.
All right. So I'm gonna give you three options, and one of them has to go,
Okay.
and all of it work. So we're gonna start it off with Megan Good, Taraji P Henson, or Gabrielle Union.
One has to leave.
One of them has to go.
Megan, Taraja, and who?
Gabrielle Union, Dwayne Wade's wife.
I know who that is. I'm just thinking. I'm thinking. Um, I would go with Gabrielle. You can get rid
All
of.
right, all right. I'll give you that one. Chanel Latham, Nia Long, or Regina Hall.
Repeat that again.
Chanel Latham, Nia Long, or Regina Hall.
Regina Hall. Get rid of her.
All right, all right. Little Wayne, Snoop Dogg, or 50 Cent.
Snoop Dogg.
You getting rid of Uncle Snoop?
Yeah, I'm getting rid of him. Mm-hmm. I'll gotta go. Yeah.
Uncle Snoopo?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I gotta go. Yeah. Oh yeah. He gotta go. Look, these options that you're giving me, I'm going off of personality from interviews and stuff that I've seen too. I'm not just going off of their work and how they look.
All right. I'll give you that. I'll give you
So
that. I'll give you that.
I'm going off the interviews and the persona that I've been getting off of these people. Not just they
All right.
work and how they look. We ain't just doing that. Because I like
All
Snoop.
right.
I love Snoop. Snoop's a legend. I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah.
But he
That's
got
why I was like, Uncle Snoop.
yeah,
But when
yeah.
you said it like that, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. All right. We're gonna go LeBron James, Michael Jordan, or Dwayne Wade. You gotta answer this one correct.
Michael Jordan. He got to go. Yeah. He gotta go.
Okay. I thought you would say Dwayne. I thought you were gonna say Wade.
Michael Jordan. Yeah, I got my reasons why he had to go.
I probably already know. Michael got some explaining to do to the
He
black
sure
community.
did. He definitely
Michael
did.
Blackheart. Michael, if you listening to
That's why
this,
he had
boy,
to. That's why he had to.
Michael, if you listening to this, boy, your black card on it's on thin ice, my brother. It's on thin ice.
It's in the air. He had to go. It ain't on the ice. It slid off the ice a long time ago.
You said that thing done slid down. It
It's
done
somewhere.
melted.
I don't know where.
All right. Look, this is how we operate when we get on here, y'all. As y'all can clearly see. All right. All right. Let me see. New Edition, Boys to Men, or Jackson 5.
Jackson 5. And I'm a Michael Jackson fan. That's my favorite artist.
Wait.
He's my favorite artist. People know I'm a diehard Michael Jackson fan.
Dude,
But Jackson
same
5,
here.
you put the whole brothers in there, they got a guy. Because I don't like how they did my man Jackson. Or Michael. I don't like how they did him. Some of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, some of them.
And the
Was
sisters.
jealous.
Too. I don't like how they did him. So they got a guy.
Some of them was jealous. Look,
yes, they was jealous of my boy because he was that one. So they got a guy.
Dude.
They got a guy.
You can't help it that he had the talent.
They all was talented, but he was just he had it.
He was the one that the
aura.
One that the fans resonated with.
Yeah, he's the one that stood out. He had the aura. He was just different.
All right. So now I'm about to hit you with a hard one. I hope you're ready.
Okay.
Michael Jackson, Prince Rogers Nelson, or Elton John.
Elton John.
I knew that's where you was going with that one. All right. Michael, Prince, or Stevie Wonder?
Stevie.
Okay. So now I'm gonna give you a chance to ask me a couple, because I think it's only fair. I'll give you a chance to ask me a couple.
Ask you a couple celebrities.
Yeah.
Michael, Prince, or Stevie Wonder?
Prince.
Prince gotta go?
Prince gotta go. And I love him. But I love Michael and Stevie more.
Okay, huh. Chris Brown or Usher?
Oh, dang. See, it's gotta be Chris. I wasn't my middle school talent, so fooling with Usher. So it's gotta be Chris. I'm sorry, Chris. You gotta go.
Okay, huh. Interesting. Let's do the famous war. Tupac or Biggie?
That ain't even fair. That ain't fair. That ain't fair. Body of work, I'm gonna go Pac.
Okay.
But I'm gonna go Pac wins it body of work. But if you're going flow, I gotta go Biggie. Mm.
Far as flow,
Far as flow, I'm going Biggie. Body of work, I'm going Pac. Pac had more body of work.
Pac had personality too.
I'll give you that.
Yeah.
All right, Biggie.
Big. Oh, okay. Hmm.
Pac was the full package. He could act, he could rap.
Exactly. Bingo. Okay, there we go. Okay, we getting you. You acting like Michael Jackson Jordan, but we getting you back. We getting you back. Uh,
All right.
okay. Another famous beat. Let's do Gucci Man or Jeezy.
Jeezy, come on.
Jeezy? Okay.
Jeezy.
Uh, okay. Okay. I got
Uh,
two more. I got two more good ones. What you guys say?
Soldier Boy or Drake?
Drake.
Drake?
Soldier gotta go.
Drake?
Soldier gotta go. Drake can stay.
You said what?
Drake can stay. Soldier gotta go.
Drake? Drake?
Yeah, Drake. Yeah, Drake can stay. Soldier gotta go.
All right. Hit me with your two. Hit me with your final two. Come with it. I ain't scared. Come on.
Little Kim or Nicki Minaj?
I'm going with the Queen Bee, Little Kim. She's staying.
Okay. Okay.
She made this. She's staying.
Okay. Okay. Hmm. We're gonna roll over to some comedians. Let's do Cat Williams, Mike Epps, or Kevin Hart.
I love all three. Kevin Hart got to stay because he's a great comedian and he's a great actor.
Okay. All right. Since you choose.
I'm, hmm,
Okay. Better one.
okay.
Last one for me. Better one.
I'm gonna go Mike Epps.
You gonna go with Mike Epps? Okay.
Ooh, wait a minute, because Mike Epps was a fire actor too. Dang. And I can't say
Why?
Cat. He gone. Cat.
You want Cat to leave? You want Cat to leave and Kevin to stay? Where's my phone? Where's my extra phone? Cause we gotta call the Black Hotline and get you hold on, wait a minute. Yeah, because this okay. Okay. Okay.
Cat, I love you, boy. I love you. I love you, Cat. I love you, but
I can't believe you chose Kevin Hart over Cat Williams. Ooh. Hmm.
you know what? You know what? You know what? You know what? You know what?
Interesting.
Let me think.
Dang.
Kevin, I love you, but if it's between
Nah,
them,
you can't. You acting like a traitor right now. You can't be switching sides. You gotta be. You chose Kevin to stay. Don't try to do everybody. You chose Kevin to stay.
all
Go
right.
stand on what you feel. Yeah, yeah.
Dang.
That's
Ooh, that was a hard one. That was a hard one.
That's interesting. Hmm.
Mm. All right. All right. I'm gonna hit you with one.
Go ahead.
Bernie Mac, Red Fox, or Richard Pryor.
Fox. Gotta go.
Okay. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Dang, you came at me hard though. You hit
Yeah.
me with some
But you
hard
over
ones.
here hot scotching people. I don't know about that now. He talk to you about your black card too. You acting like Michael Jordan. I don't like it. Over here acting, you pick a side.
I'm.
We're gonna call you James Hopscotch. You just hopscotching just people. Like, oh,
Not James
card you say,
Hopscotch.
look
Not
at card
James
you go.
Hopscotch. Not James Hopscotch. All right. So, you all, once again, to this queen that's came on in and blessed us tonight. You all trust me, she's coming back. Like I said, she fam. We might go. We might go a couple of months, but trust and believe me, it ain't gonna be no years this time. I promise y'all. So I'm gonna let her finish it out. I'm gonna let her close out with the closing remarks and tell you where she can find you all at. Where you all can find her at.
I'm currently just on Facebook, so you can find me. I said call. I'm calling now. You can find me on Facebook. It's currently Shikira. So just my first name twice, and I don't have any other social media platforms. Again, I am probably going to be jumping over to TikTok here. Content on TikTok for people that has been asking me about doing podcast videos again. So just be on the lookout for my TikTok platform.
All right, you all, all right. So let's support her and let's show her some love. And you all, we will be back next week. I promise y'all that. And by the way, y'all, we still over there voting. Go
Okay.
on over there, the Golden Triangle Music Awards, and vote for your boy for the Content Creator of the Year. You can vote as many times a day as you want. Let's get that done. Let's get that done. And as I always say as we close out, sometimes our disappointments are nothing more than God's appointments. Meaning, some things that we look at as bad, God is only turning it around for our good. Stay blessed, be blessed, and be a blessing to someone else. And I'll see y'all next week. Peace. Love y'all.
See ya.
Thank you for watching another Reverend AC3 production. We appreciate all of your support. But before you go, here's a clip from one of our favorite episodes this season.
If you don't love yourself right now, 50 pounds is not going to make a difference. Losing 100 pounds is not going to make a difference. You have to love yourself right now. So I like to say, New Year, improve me.
Ooh,
There's
I
nothing
like
wrong
that.
with
New
me right
Year
now. I love
improved
me
me.
some me.
New Year improved me. I love that. I love
But
that.
I'm going to improve what's already here.
I love that. New Year improved me. I love
Yeah,
that. I love that.
yeah, I'm going to improve me because I already love me. I am good. There's just some things I'm going to tune up. And you think about those people that have those cars that they keep forever and they just keep tuning it up and adding new things and making it better. But they love that car. They love their
You can
car.
also
You need
follow
to
us
love
on every
yourself.
major social
And
media
let's just make
site.
some
And
improvements.
until next week, I'll see y'all later.
I like that.
Peace.
So
Love y'all.